Thank you for listening to the Real and Raw podcast. For more information, you can find us at inspiringhope.org.au or join the mailing list. Journey with us as we aim to inspire the hope of Jesus from generation to generation. We are praying for you. Have a blessed day.
Hello, Stevo.
Hello, Jeanette.
Welcome to the
Jen.
Real and Raw podcast.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, Jeanette. I feel like I only get called Jeanette when I'm in trouble. So I can't be in trouble yet because we've just started. So what we usually do on the Real and Raw podcast is we talk about, I've got this, we're here in this beautiful room this afternoon, and I've got this beautiful blue, like vintage
And
teacup.
I have lovely cold filtered water
With lemon.
with lemon and ice.
Yeah, very nice.
Do you cheer on your
Oh, well, we
cheers?
can. We can
On
do
your
whatever you
podcast?
want. So, and Annabelle got me some beautiful chamomile tea. It's winter here in Australia, and it has just gone straight from like summer to winter this year. There's been no kind of autumn. It's just gone from hot to cold, right?
Certainly
Maybe it's
has.
just us because we live a little bit out of Sydney, but
Well, today's been a bit warm, wouldn't you say?
today has been a little bit warm, but yeah, it's still cold. How are you feeling? Excited to be here?
Oh, very excited. It's a privilege to be here, Jeanette.
Okay, well, I thought to start we could say maybe one funny thing about each other, or one thing we love about each other, or just... Oh, maybe I should, for those of you who might not know, that Stevo is my husband. So, yeah, I
Yes.
just thought it would be a bit of fun to have
What year
him
did
on
you get
here.
married? She never remembers.
No, I do remember we got married in 2019, thank you.
And the date?
Well, I don't want to say that on here, but
Okay.
January 2019.
2019.
Yeah. So,
Good job.
yeah. Is that your funny thing to quiz me?
Yeah, that's my funny thing.
Okay. Well, I've got a bit of a funny story. So,
You
recently I had some surgery, and when I was coming out of the anaesthetic stage, Stevo was sitting there like a good
husband.
And
As a husband does.
and I said,
Who are you?
yeah, I said, who are you? And you said,
I'm your husband.
and I said, no, you're not. I said, I wouldn't have married someone with all those tattoos. And you had a good laugh. I
And a
remember
big
you laughing.
nose.
I wasn't going to say that because I thought that was a little bit harsh. And a big nose.
And
Did
a
I
big-
really
yeah,
say
you
that? Or
did.
you
I was
just
actually
add that?
upset.
Were you?
A little
Oh,
bit.
I'm sorry. Well, I did marry you. You're like, well, too bad, love.
And then you wanted to, your father, you wanted to speak to your father.
Oh, did I? To come and sort everything out.
Yep.
To get the weirdo away
And to
from
find
me.
out who this bald-headed man is sitting beside me. You don't remember all those parts, do you?
No, I just remember I distinctly remember saying I wouldn't have married you. Look at all those tattoos. And I don't know, I think I could only see like the one
You
on
could
your
only,
wrist.
that's right, you only saw a tiny one.
So I must have been mixing my memory. Like I must have known who you were actually because I knew you had a lot of tattoos. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, God brought us together later in life.
Yes,
So
we got married at 39 years old.
39, and
I was brought up in Queensland, in Brisbane.
come from Queensland.
Came from Queensland, from a Catholic family.
So what was it like growing? Because so this is like, in some senses, we're very, very similar.
Yep.
I think you and I are very similar, actually.
Yeah.
But and just a disclaimer, you know, Stevo has a beautiful family. His mum and dad are lovely people. You couldn't get better in-laws. They're very kind. And he's got a huge like extended family? You can tell us about that in a minute.
I have, okay,
Well, how many?
41 first cousins. My dad's one of 7.
And your mum's one of?
Mum's one of 10.
I have 3 first cousins on my mum's side. That's just on one side though, 41 cousins, isn't it?
No, together.
Oh, together.
There's 13 on one and the rest on the other.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got 3 on one side and then I think like 6 on the other or something.
Yeah, so 41 first cousins.
41
so we had
first
big
cousins.
Christmases.
So how did the Christmas presents work at Christmas? Do
We
you
all
remember?
sat down on the ground
Yeah.
and we just got a present at a time.
So your mum had to buy 41 presents?
Oh, what do we do? Well, it's a few years ago now, Jeanette.
Oh, okay. We'll have to ask your mum. Did you get more than one present or was it like a secret
no, just
Santa?
one.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. Like, could you imagine all the girls are just going,
I think they
phew. Could you imagine
pre-selected.
having to, maybe they did the secret Santa or something.
No, I don't think they did that. I think, it was just mainly the grandparents gave us one each.
Okay.
And then the families would go off and the favourites would, Auntie Anne would give us a present.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was mainly the grandparents giving their grandkids the presents.
Okay, okay. And, yeah, so one of the differing things about us growing up is you grew up Catholic and I grew up Christian. So explain, how was it growing up Catholic for you?
Well, being Catholic, I knew there was more to what they were offering. And my Auntie Anne, if you're watching, hello.
She probably will watch this. Hi, Auntie Anne. She's a lovely lady.
We went to youth group together with my cousins when I was 16 and went to many youth camps and
So your Auntie Anne, though, at some point she got saved, right?
yeah, she got saved in her teens, I think it was, when
Okay.
she was young. She witnessed something that changed her life and
Yeah.
and then just started going to church with her every weekend and found the Lord that way.
Yeah.
Raised my hand in church and got baptised after that.
Tell everyone about your baptism.
Got baptised at North Christian School? It was a school and a church. Northside Christian Family it was.
Yeah.
And got baptised in front of the whole church by myself.
He went by himself.
Up the front.
Yeah. We were just at a friend's baptism the other night and I was sitting there and I said, oh, it must have been really hard for you to
Get up there by myself.
go by yourself, but you were very certain that that's what you wanted to do.
So that would have been in 1998.
1998.
1998. And actually the person who baptised me was the youth leader at my previous church when I used to go with Auntie Anne.
So that's how you came to get baptised.
Yeah, so I knew him well.
So I think, like for you, when I hear sort of your testimony, so you need to explain though, like who Auntie Anne is, because two brothers.
Yeah, two brothers married 2 sisters.
So your mum and dad
My mum and dad,
are married.
well, 2 sisters married 2 brothers. So my dad and my cousin's dad are brothers, and their mum and my mum are sisters.
Yeah. And so you essentially spent a lot of time, because you've got one sibling, but you
Yeah, I have a
essentially
sister.
spent a lot of time with
Cousins.
the
My cousins.
Yeah.
Every weekend we went away and hung out together. Yeah, very young. Well, we were kids together.
Yeah. And so that family, though, they were the Christians.
Yeah,
and
that's how I got to know the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God had his hand upon you because, you know, like I think, you know, if it had been...
There was a seed in my heart.
Yes.
And
From a young age.
From a very young age. And someone must have been praying for me too, because I had a desire.
We reckon it was my mum.
Yeah, it could have been, yeah.
Oh, I think Auntie Anne would have been praying.
Oh, Auntie Anne, and I've got many other Christian aunties.
Yeah.
Auntie Maria, she was a prayer warrior.
Yeah.
obviously there was a seed that blossomed
Yeah.
to where we are today.
To where we are today. You know, one of the things I like about you is, or I love about you is I mean, yeah, we always say to each other, oh, we couldn't have married someone else, right? Like and I think the further you go along in marriage, the closer actually you
Yeah,
get.
I think so too. Like from the start, we didn't know each other that well when we got married because I was from Queensland and I moved here just before we got married. So I guess we never lived together before we were married, and we virtually got to know each other then, really.
Yeah.
We had a long distance relationship, which we didn't make an issue. But the Lord brought us together and He knew us more than we knew ourselves.
Yeah.
Because that's how, I think I've got to know you more and more as years go by.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that we have spoken about, because another little interesting fact about us is, so we both got married, we were the same age, so 39,
Yep.
and we're actually like literally the same age. So his birthday is 1 month.
Tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
For those watching, the 12th of June.
1 month before mine. So you're a month older than me.
Yep.
And so I just want to encourage like any guys or girls watching who are single, because Stephen's going to talk a little bit about his singleness journey in a second. Like, my word of encouragement is just like, don't sell out because you start to get older, because it's very, very tempting. And maybe you can talk about your singleness journey, and then and mine was actually very, very similar along the same lines, like what God said to me.
Prayed for decades
Yeah.
for a lovely wife.
20 years.
For 20 years. And I felt the Lord say, look, you can't keep searching anymore. You just have to do your own thing.
So you got to talk about the searching bit though. Like, so you did search and you did...
Partied,
Got tattoos.
Got tattoos. Well, sort of I sort of went my own way, is a better term. So I got myself into... The Lord said to get some hobbies. So I got hobbies, fish, saltwater fish, reptiles, snakes.
Tarantulas.
Scorpions, tarantulas. I think I had a tarantula when I first met you, didn't I?
No, you didn't. No way, Jose.
No, I think I did, but you just never looked at it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I'm sure
a little white lie.
I'm sure I had them back then. And a tarantula, I had a tarantula and scorpions. And in that time, I just stopped searching and just surrendered my way for His ways.
Yeah.
And then probably 2 years later, we met and had a long distance relationship that we didn't make an issue.
So you've said that twice. I'll just pad that out. So one of the things that we spoke about when we met, because you were in Queensland, I was in Sydney, and we were older, so we both had a lot of responsibility.
Our own place.
We had houses and all that to maintain.
Yep.
And one of the things that Stephen said early on to me, actually it was the first time he came to Sydney, was he's like, look, if we're going to do this, what we've got to do is we've got to choose. Like what you speak becomes reality so much of the time.
It's so true.
And he said, we're not going to speak, like so many people say, oh, long distance relationships are hard. Yep. It's not hard, it's just different, and it's just our journey. And I remember you were very sort of encouraging in that. And we just made a way. We didn't make it an issue. Yeah.
I think looking back, it was a blessing in disguise, because it kept us. We really got to know each other.
Yeah.
being long distance.
Yeah.
We used to pray every time on the phone, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to pray every time we spoke on the phone.
And we saw miracle after miracle, didn't we? Yeah, we certainly
So
did.
your singleness was a big part of your journey.
For me, absolutely, because in my heart I knew the Lord would answer my prayer, but it wasn't straight away.
So at the low point of that though, because I think...
The low point was not trusting in the Lord and going my own way, which...
So you were trying to make it happen in your own way.
Yes.
Because God was not working in your timing.
Yeah. I'll put a date on God, on this date, I want this to happen. And if it doesn't happen, well... So I was putting God in a box. And I guess that doesn't work, because in the spirit realm, you just have to wait on him and worry about today.
Yeah.
Because God's got his ways of working things for his glory.
Yeah.
It's not about me, it's about him. And look at us today.
Yeah. I want to go back to the date, because I think I did that at some point in my singleness journey. Like when you get married at 39, because I've got Annabelle over here, and I'm not going to say her age, but she got married very young.
Yeah.
And we actually say if we had got married at Annabelle's age. That wasn't our path. It's not about saying it wouldn't have worked and things like that, but I don't think that... Well, actually, I don't think it would have worked, because I was caring for my parents.
Yep.
And you were doing your thing.
Yep.
And
I understand, looking back, how God unveiled. Because God knows that it worked out better this way, because if it had have worked in Annabelle's case, caring for your parents and being married and everything would be backwards.
Very draining. But I want to go back to the date, because where did the date come from? Did that come from you, or did that come from God?
The date came from me.
That's very important. And I'm just going to look down the camera now. I have heard so many people over the years tell me by this date, God's going to do this, that, and everything
Which
else.
I don't think I've said that to you before, about having a date. Did I ever say that to you?
I think we've spoken about it before, but it's God's brought it up now, because it's very, very important. Because one of the things where people struggle in their journey with Jesus, there's this tension, is because if God has given you a promise from his word by faith, okay, so what that means really simply is you've been reading the Bible, you've been praying, you've been spending time meditating with the Lord, and he has spoken to you.
Yep.
Then in the Psalms, where it says, delight in the Lord and he will give you the desires of his heart. I think it's Psalm 34, but we can look that up. Delight in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart.
Yes.
That means then your desires are aligning with him. Now, it was never his desire for us not to get married. The tension comes in when we start demanding of God and saying, well, if you don't do what I want you to do by this date, and many people get frustrated, they fall away, they walk away, because God hasn't
Spit the dummy.
They spit the dummy.
Spit the dummy.
Because God hasn't done what they wanted when they wanted it.
That's right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now, if I didn't wait for you and I had married one of the other people that were hanging around in my life, I wouldn't have this life, and I love this life.
Oh, absolutely.
And at that low point, talk about that time when you were your cousin was taking you to the airport to go to...
we were going to Thailand. And the night before was a Saturday night.
Like a party trip.
A party trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was to go and party, yeah, it was. And that hours before...
There's no secrets here on the Real and Raw.
No, there's no secrets. Just before, I got violently ill.
That's me telling Blossom to stop screwing up paper. Yeah.
And had vomiting, diarrhea, could hardly walk. It was like this this dark cloud came on me and I was just paralysed. And my cousin was coming to pick me up and I was wanting to go still. And got in the car and it just got worse and worse. And then I had to go, she had to take me home and I just had to forfeit everything.
And get this right, at that time, I was in a Connect group.
Yep.
And I was very, very frustrated about my singleness. I think I was in my early 30s because Stephen told me this story.
Yeah.
And do you remember the day in the garage I went rummaging through, I've got, I don't know, probably about 60, 70 journals now.
Yep.
And I need to go through and categorise them one day. But I was feeling very frustrated about my singleness, and my Connect group leader had given me 2 books to read, the captivating books. A lot of the girls will know that because they would have done it. And that book is so good for just helping you to understand your identity in Christ as a woman. And then there's another book. I don't know if it's the same author, but she gave it to me. It was like Praying for Your Husband. And I...
Were you praying at that time?
Yes, I went through the journals, remember? And that time of your trip was the time I was doing that book.
So as you're praying, those...
So I'm the reason you had vomiting and diarrhea.
Because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So that's someone praying in a distant world. Their prayers are being answered and manifesting, which changed my path.
And you know what's interesting though, guys, is that was like 9 years before we met. So like
that's true.
It wasn't like it was
Instant.
this instant. It was God's protection.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was God's protection over you and us, you know. And so that was the low point. God told you to get a hobby.
But it was your mum praying for your husband as well.
Yeah.
Maybe years before that.
Yeah. Well, she prayed right up till
and your auntie.
she passed away. Yep.
So her prayers, even though she's not here with you, her prayers have been answered today.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm sure prayers,
Yeah.
continue on.
And so why do you today, why do you choose to stick with Jesus in a world where there's so many options? You know, we're married now, we've got a young daughter, we've got a lot of responsibility. You've stepped up in your job. I'm running a ministry. Why is Jesus a priority?
Jesus is a priority in my life today because as these times are the way they are, I feel we need him even more. We're not fighting against flesh and blood, but against the principalities of the air. And as you get older and you're settled, you see it clearer. And I'm thankful for answered prayer.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like not following God, which has enriched my faith today. So, I mean, I've always had a faith in the Lord. And I don't think I ever will not.
Yep. Yep. I have decided to follow Jesus. There's no turning back.
Yeah, well, that's right, yeah. Absolutely.
I have such a similar journey when it comes to my singleness. I think for me, what happened was I don't know, I just really loved people. Well, I still love people.
Yeah.
And I love to see people succeed, and I love to see people be all they can be for God. And I remember I was going to wedding after wedding after wedding.
Yes.
And I was a bridesmaid so many times. And then my friend Gemma got married, and I remember saying to her mum, we were at the food court in... I don't know, I think it might have been Miranda Shopping Centre. Right. And I remember saying to her mum, or her mum asked me, Jeanette, how many times have you been a bridesmaid? And I said 19. And then something in my... Because Gemma's a lot younger than me. something in my heart just like sank in that food court.
Yeah.
And I was,
Felt lonely.
I think that it really took a hold of me then.
And the reality of it, you mean, set in?
The reality of it. And then...
I felt like that too, to be honest.
Yeah, and then I just remember having a conversation with my mum, actually, because before she passed away, because she didn't get married till she was 34, 35. And she used to say, "No, Jeanette," like in her Indian accent, you know, "God has someone for you." You know, you just have to be patient. But the truth is, because like it's easy just to talk about it and when you've got married and you've got your house and you've got your child. But when you're going through it, and there are lots of people who are struggling with singleness, and particularly today, it's not just singleness. Like some people are lonely in their marriages. Some people are lonely in their singleness. Singleness, the world is not, well, the Christian world in particular is not always so compassionate to single people. It can be, and the older you get, it's okay when you're in your mid-20s, but by the time you get to 30 and your mid-30s, you're even too young to go to the young adults. You know, and so you start to feel...
You're getting pushed.
Pushed.
Yeah, you're right.
But I just remember God said to me, "Jeanette, I just want you to get busy serving me, and I will bring your partner to you," because my story is a little bit different. I was speaking, just around the time I met you, probably the 4 or 5 years before I met you, I mean, there were so many things you'd speak at. So you'd literally get out of your car, you'd go to the prayer meeting, you'd go through the run sheet, you'd stand up on the platform, you'd do your speech, you'd do your talk, you'd talk to people after, and then you'd just be exhausted and you'd go home. And I remember thinking to myself, how am I ever going to meet someone like this? And God literally brought you to me from another state. And we also spoke about, like, don't always look for, like, don't try to manifest the perfect circumstances, because for you, tell the story of when we first started to text and talk. Tell that story.
Oh, when we first met. Oh, when I messaged you how you would take 3 to 4 days to respond. I would be, "Oh, hi, Jeanette. How are you? How's your week been?" And then I'd look at the phone, no message. The next day, no message. The next day, no message. "Oh, really good, thanks. How about you?" And then I'd respond. And take time.
And so you were the perfect partner, because you were the perfect, sorry, not partner. You were the perfect person, because I was feeling very, by that time I was feeling very unsure.
Yeah, of course.
And the truth was I was feeling very guarded. But instead of getting frustrated and thinking that I was ghosting you, you've got that very laid back personality. Okay, well, whatever will be, will be.
Yeah, that's right. So that in itself has helped the future road.
Yeah.
And then I had never been to Sydney, and here I am about to hop in a plane and visit.
Yeah.
And then when I arrived at the airport, I was hoping you would be there as I came out, but then there was a security scare.
So the only time, I don't know if anyone wants to write in the comments or write to us, you know how Sydney, so for those of you who are watching from not Sydney or not Australia, in Australia with the domestic airport, you're able to go to the gate and fly and wave your loved ones off. I know you can't do that in the US and parts of Africa and stuff like that. So I said to Stephen, because he hadn't been to Sydney before, and I could tell he was a bit nervous, this Queenslander, you know, Queenslanders like to stay in Queensland. They don't like to venture out. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. You like to stay in Queensland, not venture out, but you've done very well. But for some reason, there was some security situation, and you weren't allowed to come into the terminal. You could go to where the baggage claim was, but you couldn't go into the terminal.
Yeah.
And it's never happened since, because I always go in
No,
to
it
pick up
hasn't.
your mum and dad.
Yeah.
So poor old Stevo he found his way down the escalator. And I remember, I'll never forget, I was running in the door to try and find you, and you just had this big smile and you were waving.
Oh, there
and I'm
she
like,
is.
hello. I'm like, this is Sydney, bro. Stop waving so hard. So, you know, and then the rest is history.
That's right. And you took me to the Three Sisters, took me to the city.
Yeah.
You're a good tour guide, weren't you?
Yeah, I asked him if he wanted to take a photo. like he thought I was wanting him to take a photo of himself. And I said, no, I want to take a selfie. That was a funny
That
moment.
was at the Three Sisters, and then I went to your church the next day
Yep.
and met all your
Operation Family Friend. I had a little sit down with my staffing team at the time.
Yep.
And let them in, but I said, look, I don't want anyone to know.
was a
Well,
family
that's what
friend.
it was like for me. I didn't want, because, you know, there was hundreds, possibly thousands of people invested in my life, and I didn't want them to get, because I didn't know at that time
No,
that I
of
was
course
going to
not.
marry you.
So we'd been chatting for quite a few months before I met you, though, hadn't we? Mm-hmm. We chatted.
For a long time. We chatted for a long time.
Yeah, a long time, and then I met your brother.
Yep.
I met your brother, got along quite well, and then, your church family, and then back to Queensland. So we did that for about a year, wasn't it? Back and forth.
So when did you know that you were going to marry me?
At the airport.
When you first met me?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't have a long distance relationship if I didn't think it was worth it.
Oh, I was like 6 months later, guys. I like to be cautious.
Oh, but you asked the question, and I could see a future.
Yeah.
Because, I guess at 38, I would have been 38 then, I think. 38?
Yeah, 38.
Well, we'd been speaking a lot beforehand. I mean, we'd chatted a lot. I think we might have chatted every night, did we?
Oh, we chatted a lot, yeah.
And got to see your father, Mr. Nolan. He was very kind to me.
That's nice.
Yeah, he was very kind. He's been kind to both of us, really, hasn't he?
Yeah, and then the rest is history.
Yeah, so we've been blessed. Your family has blessed us, and my family as well, obviously.
Yeah.
We're going to see them soon.
So, just to wrap it up, the time goes fast on a
it does.
podcast. Just to wrap it up,
It went very fast.
so that's your little bit of your journey of faith.
Yep.
I'm so sorry, guys. I've got the winter flu. A little bit of our journey of faith. You know, God has been very faithful to us. You know,
Very
but
faithful.
let's just talk about one or two things that now in our marriage that we have to choose to do, because you know marriage is a journey, and I think one of the I don't know if everyone would agree with this. I think one of the blessings of getting married when you're older is you have. I think it's a good thing settling into routine and knowing who you are, and
There's rest in it.
there's rest in it. And then when you get married, you feel older. You don't have to. You can stop fighting, and so it's. I don't want to say contentment, because I was.
Well, you just get to know each other at a level that, two become one, yeah. And
Yeah.
as time goes by, you really do go into that mould
Yeah,
as one. Is that a good way of saying it?
yeah. You become one.
Yeah, you become one.
But I think you can only become one when you are one with yourself.
Yes,
and you
yes.
understand who you are in God. Otherwise, I think there's that
There'd
clash.
be constant friction there.
You know. So, one of the things that I have appreciated maybe we can say one thing each we appreciate that we bring to the marriage.
Yep.
So one of the things that I really appreciate that you have brought to our marriage and to me personally is and I won't get into this now, but the older I get, so probably around the time my mum passed away, I started to develop anxiety, just anxiety. And at times my anxiety can be quite crippling.
Yep.
And Stevo has really taught me, just like, one of the things he'll say to me is, Jeanette, we're not going to worry. We're not going to worry about this. We're just going to focus on today, and we're going to see what the Lord does tomorrow. And we're actually in a season of that, actually literally right now, of
Worrying
just
today.
having to worry about today.
Yep.
For a few things in our life, not everything, but one thing in particular, and then trusting God for tomorrow. And you...
Like really trusting.
Yeah, and you just have this really beautiful gift to live that. And I remember last year thinking to myself, Stephen had... we won't go into it all, but just there was a lot of changes in his job. And one Friday afternoon, they basically called them all in and said, well, you've been made redundant, and in 2 weeks' time we'll tell you if we've got a job for you. And I, of course, straight went into anxiety mode and was up all night praying. Stephen's just sleeping like a log. Like, you live that. And I know that you still feel those
absolutely.
things.
Absolutely.
But how do you do that, though? You just have, you just trust.
I trust because I look at my past and I see where God has steered the ship.
Yeah.
So as you get older, I guess you learn if it's a skill, or you're more content in what you've got, that no matter what, there's other alternatives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I guess, I mean, let's face it, there's that human anxiety there, but I guess it is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. See, I
It is what it is.
for some reason,
Well, as long as you know
struggle
you've
to
done
get
your
that.
absolute best and you know that there's nothing more you can do, well, what more can you do?
I think I'm just that first child overachiever. But you have really, that has been such a gift. And God, like, whenever I just think, oh, what am I going to do? I mean, obviously I pray, but we're in a partnership and I ring you and you just kind of calm me down and guide me through.
But in ministry, I guess it is a faith-based.
Got to find the faith. Always got to find the faith.
It is a faith-based. It's not always easy what you do, is it?
No. And so what's maybe one thing that I bring to the marriage?
You keep me grounded.
Oh, that's nice.
Grounded.
I was wondering what he was going to say.
You're a beautiful, beautiful young lady.
I keep you well fed.
She keeps me well fed. She buys from my cow. We get beautiful, fresh, organic meat. Little advertisement for our cow.
Yeah.
My cow, our cow.
Our cow.
Our cow. She's a wonderful mother to our little daughter.
Yeah.
You have a love for the Lord like no other.
Yeah.
You're from a good family.
We love Jesus in our house.
Yes, and we have no fear.
So a big
No fear.
a big thing that we have brought into our life. So Stephen comes from a world that's a little bit different to mine. We had a lot of conversations about this when you got married.
Yep.
Early on in our marriage, there was a lot of fear in his world, and that was a really good thing my parents did impart to me. And I remember one day you came in. We pray a lot. We have a lot of conversations between 2 and 3 in the morning. Because we're old now, we have to get up to go to the loo, and we'll start talking to each other. We'll tell them all our deep, dark secrets. And one of the things he said to me is, Jeanette, we're not going to live in fear.
No fear.
So we don't have
Because
fear.
I've had anxiety myself, and it can be crippling, can't it, anxiety?
Yeah.
And consume your everything,
Yeah.
you know.
And I think maybe the last thing we can talk about is just, for those, for marriage in general, whether you've been married for a lot longer than us or you're just starting out, I think choosing to be intentional about your life. So we're both on a bit of a health journey at the moment, hence the water. We're getting older, so you feel things a lot more.
Yep.
But intentional, like really thinking through, okay, where are we going to live? What type of lifestyle do we want for our children?
Yep.
What type of home do we want? And I'm not talking about your dream home. You can live in any home and you can make it a home. We bought an older home and we've made it our own.
Yep.
But we chose to buy where we could have a little bit of property so we can get out and
Pick oranges.
and exercise, and we were very intentional about the School for Blossom, but more so than that, like we're intentional about the way we talk to each other. Like we have certain rules, like, like obviously at times things can get heated, but then there's a time to have your say, and then there's a time to sort it out.
Which I find is good. We can have a disagreement and I'm sorry, and then just get over it.
Yeah. But you've got to learn to get over things. It's got to be intentional.
Oh, yes.
Because otherwise, I've heard people talking about, it goes into day 2 and day 3.
No.
It's a horrible way to live. So very, very intentional. And I think just to close, really being intentional about your individual walk with the Lord.
Yeah, it helps.
But also your couple walk with the Lord.
That's right.
You've got to pray together. Like, tell them about when we were getting married. We prayed.
Oh, we prayed constantly, and we were beyond blessed, weren't we, at our wedding?
So we prayed specifically for, and I was kind of hesitating to say this, but we prayed specifically for people to be generous to us.
Yeah.
At our wedding. Both of us had been bridesmaids and groomers, and then it was our turn. And
That's
a
right.
wedding, we had the wedding in Sydney, but we had an engagement party in Brisbane, an engagement party in Sydney as well. Excuse me, there was a lot of travelling, there was a lot of going on, and we prayed specifically. And
we would constantly pray. And at our wedding, we were beyond blessed.
we were just so blessed. People just went, above and beyond. And so a good place to end is, guys, we just really encourage you, whether you are a single, whether you're dating, whether you're married, bathe your relationship in prayer. Keep praying. We have a little prayer book and we write our prayers down, and then we tick them off when God has answered our prayers. And there's still things that we're praying back from, 9 years ago, 7 years ago.
Absolutely.
But there's so many things that have come to pass and that God has answered and he has been faithful with. So bathe your journey, your marriage, your relationship, your singleness, bathe it in prayer and watch God be faithful to you.
Absolutely.
So anything else you want to say?
I think we've covered everything.
Everything.
Everything, yes.
You can tell there's a guy and a girl on a podcast. Guys are just, we've covered everything. I'm like sitting here thinking about 3 more podcasts we can do together. So thank you for being my guest, Stevo.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed it?
I have enjoyed it. The time's gone quite quick.
It has gone very quick. So, all right. Well, we
All right,
hope you've
Mrs.
enjoyed.
Formosa.
All right, Mr. Formosa. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Real and Raw.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you, Stevo. And we'll see you again very soon. Bye.
Bye.
We strive to inspire the hope of Jesus by building girls up generation to generation. Our hope is that you are inspired wherever you are in your walk with the Lord and in your life through this content. For additional information, you can find us at inspiringhope.org.au. We pray that you are blessed and encouraged by the Real and Raw podcast hosted by Jeanette Nolan.